Welcome, curious minds, to another deep dive. Today, we're embarking on a really fascinating journey, not into ancient history or cutting-edge science, but right into the heart of everyday communication. We're taking a deep plunge into something you might think you already know, but trust me, there are hidden layers, surprising insights waiting. We're talking about the secret language embedded within everyday American English phrases. Those seemingly simple words you hear constantly in the U.S. that actually hold the keys to, truly understanding and connecting with native speakers.
Absolutely. It's all about those cultural keys.
Our mission today, it goes far beyond just vocabulary lists, the kind you find in textbooks. We're here to unpack what Americans actually say, how they use these phrases in context, and crucially, how you can respond naturally, confidently, effortlessly.
Mm.
This isn't just about learning more words. It's really about unlocking the rhythm, the unspoken rules of daily life and communication. Let me ask you this. Have you ever been at a store, maybe, and heard someone say, "I'm good," when offered a bag? And you kind of wondered, were they talking about their health or just politely declining?
Right. It's a common point of confusion.
Or maybe someone says, "No worries," when you apologize, and you're left thinking, wait, did something actually go wrong? Or are they just being, super polite?
Exactly. These aren't just random quirks.
They're essential tools, right? Deeply rooted in the culture, shaping every interaction. This deep dive, it's your shortcut, hopefully, to sounding more natural, avoiding those moments of confusion, and achieving real, genuine understanding.
Yeah, moving beyond just the surface level.
We promise this isn't going to be a boring list. It's about transforming these phrases into an automatic, fluent part of your English so you can move through conversations with, well, a newfound ease.
And what's truly fascinating here is how these seemingly simple phrases are, in essence, cultural shortcuts. They're like linguistic high fives almost.
Huh, I like that. Linguistic high
Yeah.
fives.
They bypass all the formal grammar and dive straight into the heart of casual, immediate communication. Think about the efficiency.
Right.
Instead of some long, perfectly constructed sentence, you get a quick, culturally loaded phrase that just gets the job done instantly.
Right?
And if we connect this to the bigger picture, mastering these phrases is less about rote memorization, much more about tuning into the subtle rhythm, the unspoken rules of American daily life.
Like feeling the pulse of the conversation.
Precisely. Understanding the deep current, not just the individual drops. And this raises a really important question for learners, I think. How do we move from translating word for word, which, let's be honest, often leads to awkward pauses or significant misunderstanding? How do we move from that to recognizing these as automatic, intuitive exchanges? That's what we'll try to uncover together, showing you how to flow through conversations naturally, almost like you're anticipating the next beat in a song, becoming part of the dance, not just watching it.
When I first started really listening to American conversations, I was struck by how little I heard the formal greetings I'd learned in school. It's like I had a dictionary for a language nobody was actually speaking day to day.
A common experience.
So let's begin where most conversations truly kick off, those initial greetings. What are Americans really saying? And what's the purpose behind them? Because it feels like they're not always asking for, detailed information, right?
You've hit on a crucial point there. Forget the how do you do. That's like a relic from old English lessons.
Right. So formal.
In real day-to-day American life, especially in casual settings, greetings often aren't about extracting info. They're about social connection. They function as polite rituals.
Like a verbal handshake.
Exactly. A verbal handshake, a quick acknowledgement to signal, hey, I see you, I recognize you. Establishing a friendly presence without demanding some immediate detailed response.
Okay.
Take what's up, for instance. Super common casual greeting, right? Especially among friends, acquaintances, or even just people you pass by regularly.
Yeah, you hear it constantly.
At its core, it does not require a literal answer about what's physically up. nor does it usually demand a detailed update on your day.
So you don't need to list your current activities.
Nope. It's simply a quick acknowledgement, a conversational placeholder. Hey, I see you. The expected responses are equally brief, often reciprocal, not much, or even just, hey, what's up, right back, creates a neat, efficient loop.
Okay, like a quick back and forth.
And this pattern, it tells us something about American casualness. It prioritizes that quick connection, that friendly nod, over a literal exchange of information. Imagine two friends passing in a busy hallway. They don't have time for a deep chat, so what's up is perfect, efficient. I see you, friend. I acknowledge you. It's almost linguistic shorthand for I'm friendly and I recognize you.
That's fascinating, a conversational shortcut. Like a quick ping just to confirm the connection is there. What about how's it going? That one sounds a bit more like a serious question, doesn't it? Like asking about your whole life situation.
It does sound that way, grammatically.
But somehow I get the feeling it's not always looking for, a deep dive into your personal struggles or triumphs.
Precisely. How's it going is another prime example. Despite its wording, it's most often just a gentle social opening, another polite greeting.
Yeah.
The expected responses are similarly light, good, you, or maybe pretty good, can't complain. Think of it like a social lubricant.
Oil for the engine.
Yeah, exactly. It helps things move smoothly, without friction. How's it going? Serves exactly this purpose. It's a low-stakes opening, a conversational check-in that offers a polite nod without demanding your life story.
So if you launch into a 10-minute monologue,
Huh. Yeah. A native speaker might genuinely be taken aback, wondering why you're sharing so much in what was meant as just a quick moment of social nicety.
right.
It's all about calibrating your response to the intent of the question, not just its literal meaning. That's how you avoid those awkward pauses or, oversharing. It's a really practical example of how much context matters in casual English.
That makes perfect sense. It's about reading the room or reading the intention behind the words. And speaking of reading the room, this next phrase, I'm good, often trips people up. I know I've seen some confused faces. It feels counterintuitive sometimes.
It absolutely can be, and it's a classic example where the literal meaning often diverges completely from its common usage. I'm good is a very, very common way to say no thank you when offered something.
Not necessarily about your mood or health.
Exactly. Let's break it down. Say a cashier asks, would you like a bag? After you buy something small. If you don't need one, the most natural common reply isn't a formal no thank you, it's I'm good.
No.
The critical cultural key here is its function. It's about politely declining something unwanted, a service, an item without sounding abrupt or rude or overly formal.
So like if someone offers extra ketchup,
Perfect example. Or a sales pitch for an extended warranty you don't want, or a drink refill when you're full. Simply saying, I'm good, navigates these smoothly and politely. It's concise, it's clear, and it's universally understood in that context as a polite refusal. It signals, I have what I need, I'm content.
so it's like polite self-sufficiency almost,
Mhm.
without sounding dismissive. That's a brilliant distinction.
Totally.
But what about goodbyes? Are they just as nuanced and casual as the greetings?
They certainly are, and often lean towards a similar kind of casualness and warmth. Consider take it easy. This is a quintessential casual American goodbye.
I hear that one a lot.
Yeah. While its literal meaning is something like don't stress too much or have a relaxed time, its common usage is simply a relaxed, warm way to end a conversation.
So it's more than just goodbye.
It kind of is. It's not just a farewell. It's like a microdose of cultural values around well-being and managing stress. Unlike formal goodbyes emphasizing future meetings, take it easy wishes someone a state of being, an internal calm.
Huh. Interesting.
It subtly encourages a relaxed approach to whatever's next, reflecting maybe a cultural leaning towards a laid-back yet still productive approach. Imagine if you just had a really stressful meeting. Hearing "take it easy" from a colleague feels like a little moment of empathy, right? A gentle reminder to decompress.
Yeah, I can feel the empathy in that one. It's very considerate. And then there's the super short version, just later. How does that fit in? Is it the same?
Later is the epitome of casual brevity. It's super common, a shortened form of "see you later," but here's the thing. It often implies no definite plan to actually see the person again soon.
Ah, okay, so it's not a commitment.
Not usually, no. It's
Oh,
used among familiar people, friends, classmates, maybe close colleagues. It highlights the brevity and intimacy often found in casual goodbyes among people who know each other well.
so maybe not for your boss.
Probably not, unless you have a very established informal relationship. It implies a level of familiarity that might feel off in a more formal setting. It's almost like a linguistic wink saying, our paths might cross again, maybe not, but this is a friendly, easy farewell for now.
Got it. And what about that phrase that seems to pop up everywhere when accepting apologies or thanks? No worries. This one feels incredibly versatile.
It is incredibly versatile, and you will hear it constantly. No worries is commonly used when someone says sorry or thanks you. In its simplest form, it means it's okay or don't worry about it.
So if you bump into someone,
Exactly. You say, oh, sorry, and they reply, no worries. It immediately diffuses any tension, indicating the mistake was minor or totally forgiven.
okay.
But it works just as well when you're thanked. Thanks for holding the door. No worries. In that context, it signals the help was no burden, no inconvenience. It reinforces that the interaction was easy, agreeable, that you were happy to help.
Like a linguistic pat on the back.
That's a great way to put it. Makes everyone feel comfortable, makes the interaction smoother. It really encapsulates a spirit of easygoing graciousness.
This is where it really clicks. Our sources point out you can layer these, combine them. So someone might say, hey man, what's up? And you answered, not much. How's it going? It's not just knowing the phrases in isolation.
Right.
It's understanding how they dance together in a real conversation, almost in layers. So what does this all mean for you, our listener, trying to become more fluent?
It means the key is to stop trying to translate these phrases word for word in your head. That's the trap. Instead, start recognizing them as automatic exchanges, as patterns.
Like that secret handshake language you mentioned.
Exactly. Once you recognize the pattern, you don't have to think about each individual gesture. You just do the handshake automatically. Understanding these patterns lets you flow through conversations naturally, almost effortlessly. And that's where real confidence comes from.
Like playing music by ear.
Precisely. You're not thinking about each note in isolation. You're feeling the melody, the rhythm. The more you immerse yourself, listen actively, the more these become second nature, like a reflex.
That's a perfect analogy. A secret handshake language. A melody. Okay, now let's step out into the world beyond just greetings. When you're grabbing coffee, shopping, ordering lunch, there's a whole specific set of phrases. Short, incredibly common, and they'll instantly make you blend right in.
Mm-hmm.
These are like the workhorses of everyday public interactions, right? Designed for speed and clarity in those transactional moments. And they say a lot about American service culture, too.
Absolutely. And one of the absolute staples you'll encounter immediately is for here or to go.
Ah, yes, the classic coffee shop question.
Classic. As our source highlights, it's one of the most common questions anywhere you buy food or drink, cafes, fast food, even casual restaurants. It's beautifully efficient.
Just two options.
Right. Do you want to consume your purchase at the establishment, usually meaning a tray, a ceramic mug that's for here? Or do you want to take it with you, usually a disposable cup, a bag that's to go?
So I'll have a cappuccino.
And the reply is almost always for here or to go. And you say, to go, please. The analysis here is all about efficiency and service. A quick, correct answer saves precious seconds for everyone, prevents confusion, keeps the line moving.
Speed and flow.
Exactly. It's a direct question meeting a direct, concise answer, reflecting that fast-paced nature of American service, where customer flow is highly valued.
I always appreciate that clarity. Cuts right to the chase. And speaking of getting to the point, I've noticed a particular way people order that's different from maybe just saying, I want. What's the deal with can I get?
That's a really sharp observation, and it points to a subtle but significant politeness cue in American English. Can I get? Is the standard casual and polite way people order things.
So instead of I want a medium latte.
Right. Which can sound a bit direct, maybe even demanding. Americans often preface orders with this phrase, can I get a medium latte with almond milk? Now, it isn't literally asking for permission,
Okay.
but it frames your order as a request, not a demand. It subtly asks what the establishment can provide. This fits perfectly with American service culture, valuing politeness and customer friendliness.
So it just sounds friendlier.
It sounds softer, friendlier, less abrupt, even though the intention is exactly the same as I want. It's a small linguistic shift that makes a big difference in how you're perceived. You're making a request, not issuing a command.
That's a great insight into those polite undercurrents. Okay, moving from ordering to browsing. You're in a store, a sales associate comes over. I've heard, I'm just looking a lot.
Yay.
What's the function there?
Yes, I'm just looking is invaluable in retail. When a store worker approaches with that common question, can I help you find anything? You honestly don't need help right then.
You're just browsing.
This is the polite, common, universally understood response. It concisely means, no thank you, I don't need help right now, I'm simply exploring on my own.
And it avoids awkwardness.
Exactly, for both parties. It clearly communicates your intent without being rude or dismissive, and it frees up the sales associate. It gives them the info they need to move on, letting everyone operate efficiently and comfortably. It's a very clean way to set boundaries politely in a retail space.
Efficiency seems to be a running theme here.
Yeah.
Okay, sticking with retail, what about the question about bags at the checkout? Do you need a bag?
Do you need a bag? Another phrase you'll hear constantly, especially at grocery stores or any retail shop. This has become super prevalent, partly because many places now charge for bags or encourage reusable ones for environmental reasons.
Right, or for small purchases.
Or it's just the default for smaller items. Your common reply will be either, no, I'm good, there's that phrase again, polite declination, or straightforward, yes, please.
So it offers a choice.
Exactly. It offers a choice, accommodating convenience, eco-consciousness, or just personal preference. Again, it demonstrates that practical efficiency in daily interactions, anticipating your needs and offering a quick solution.
So it's about giving you control and options.
Yeah.
And then once a transaction is totally done, there's that ubiquitous phrase from the cashier, you're all set. What does that truly signify?
You're all set is the signal that everything's complete. The cashier or service staff says it after the transaction is finished. Its core meaning is you've paid, you've got your receipt, if there is one, and there's absolutely nothing else you need to do or wait for.
Okay, so transaction complete.
Essentially, everything's done, you're free to go, your purchase is complete. It serves as a clear, polite signal of completion, allowing for smooth customer flow and preventing any lingering uncertainty. When you hear, you're all set, it's their way of saying, yep, you're good to go, everything's handled.
Right, it's a definitive end. And on the way out, instead of a formal goodbye or have a nice day, I often hear, have a good one. Let's deal with one.
Have a good one is the incredibly versatile, super casual version of have a nice day. While it means the same thing, its power lies in its broad applicability. The one is wonderfully vague.
So it covers everything.
Pretty much. It can apply to day, evening, weekend, any unspecified period, making it friendly and appropriate in almost any context where you'd wish someone a well parting. You can use it morning, noon, or night, Monday or Friday.
And the reply is usually,
Almost universally, you too. It's simple, warm, maintains that friendly, easygoing tone without being overly specific. It's just a general wish for well-being for whatever the other person's heading into.
that's clever, very efficient. And when you express thanks for something, what's the default response these days? I've noticed no problem. Seems almost more common than you're welcome.
It absolutely has, especially in casual contexts. When you express thanks, don't be surprised to hear no problem. It's very commonly used instead of you're welcome. So you say, thank you for grabbing that for me. And they might say, no problem, or maybe, of
And
course.
the feeling behind it is.
The analysis is that it conveys the assistance was no burden, no inconvenience at all. It implicitly communicates, it was easy for me, or it was my pleasure, really. It reinforces that easy, agreeable interaction, signaling a helpful attitude without sounding formal or stiff. It's quick, friendly, very, very common.
So more relaxed than the traditional you're welcome.
Okay.
And what about when you're waiting for something you ordered, like food or a drink? I often hear coming right up.
Yes, especially in food service, coming right up is a highly common phrase. It simply means your order will be ready very soon, or I'm bringing it to you immediately.
Like one large iced tea, please.
And the server might reply, coming right up. This conveys immediate action. It provides reassurance to you, the customer, that your request is being handled promptly and efficiently. Sets a positive expectation of quick service, reinforcing that dynamic American pace we keep circling back to.
Okay, so putting this all together, when you're out and about trying to navigate these situations, what's the key takeaway? It seems like it's about tuning into the speed and the rhythm.
Right. Exactly. The speed and rhythm are crucial. Many Americans speak quickly and connect words together. Like sources point out, can I get a getta? Often sounds like, can I get a getta? The words just blur, flowing together.
Yeah, that connected speech can be tricky.
It can, but the more you recognize this flow, this natural connection, the less overwhelmed you'll feel in these rapid fire exchanges, and the more confident you'll become in responding in kind.
And the practical advice from the sources.
Go out and try it. Go to a coffee shop, a restaurant, and genuinely try using these phrases. Even if you're nervous, just saying, can I get instead of I want, already makes you sound significantly more natural, more integrated into that cultural rhythm.
Make that first small step.
Absolutely. Push past the hesitation. Let yourself be part of the flow. It gets easier with practice.
Now let's shift gears. Let's move into the professional sphere work school.
Mm-hmm.
You might expect, okay, here's where things get formal and rigid. But, and this is where it gets really interesting, in the U.S., even in these settings, English uses a surprising number of informal, friendly phrases. The expectation seems to be direct but polite, preferring what our sources call casual efficiency over overly formal, maybe even stiff speech. This feels like a really crucial cultural insight, especially for people coming from more hierarchical communication cultures.
That's a perfect segue because it highlights a key difference. While professionalism is definitely valued, American workplaces and academic settings often prioritize collaboration, approachability, getting things done efficiently, but in a relatively relaxed way.
Okay, so let's dive into some examples. What about let's touch base?
Let's touch base. This basically means let's check in or let's talk briefly. It's commonly used when someone wants a short, informal conversation or follow-up without scheduling a big formal meeting.
Like let's touch base after lunch about the project.
Exactly. And why is it preferred over maybe more formal terms like let's convene or let's schedule a review? Because it implies a quick, manageable conversation. It respects busy schedules, acknowledges not every interaction needs to be a huge event. It's efficient, to the point, signals a desire for a low-friction connection.
That makes a lot of sense, especially in fast-paced places. Sets the expectation for a quick chat. What about managing expectations for updates? If you don't have the info yet, how do Americans say they'll follow up?
For that, you'll frequently hear, I'll keep you posted. This just means I'll update you as soon as I know more, or I'll inform you if anything changes. It's a very common way to tell someone you'll provide information later when you have it.
So, I don't have the final numbers yet.
But I'll keep you posted as soon as they come in.
Exactly.
This phrase is excellent for managing expectations. It sets that expectation of future communication without requiring an immediate answer, and it prevents the other person from having to constantly chase you.
Shows you're on top of it.
Right. It shows you're proactive, you'll share the info, builds trust, keeps communication clear.
Efficiency and proactivity. I'm seeing a definite pattern here. Okay, and for general agreement on a plan or suggestion, what's the go-to phrase? I've heard sounds good a million times.
Sounds good is incredibly versatile and probably the most common way to agree with a plan or suggestion in many contexts. Its beauty is its simplicity.
Like, let's meet at 2 p.m.
Sounds good. Perfect response. It's the go-to for quick affirmations. Indicates agreement without needing some elaborate confirmation like, that is an agreeable proposition.
Uh-huh, right. Nobody says that.
Exactly. It's concise, universally understood, fosters a collaborative, easygoing vibe, just signals a quick yes to the idea.
So the ultimate short form agreement. And when you're ready to actually do something, take on a task, what's the confident, quick phrase for that commitment?
When you want to convey immediate commitment, readiness, I'm on it is perfect. It's a quick, confident way to say, I'm taking care of it or I'll do it right now.
So if the boss says, email the client today,
You reply, I'm on it. It conveys not just that you will do it, but implies immediate action, capability. It builds trust, shows efficiency within the team, reassures the other person the task is acknowledged and being handled without delay.
that's a powerful two-word phrase. Is there an even shorter way to just say, yes, I'll do that?
There is. Closely related is will do, another ultra short phrase meaning simply, yes, I'll do that, or consider it done. Often used in emails or quick verbal exchanges.
Please send me that file.
Will do. Crisp. It's the ultimate concise affirmation. Indicates compliance without any extra words. Direct, efficient, widely understood as a positive confirmation. Especially useful when you're busy and just need to acknowledge something quickly.
I love how direct yet polite these are. Now, what about when you're making a request, but you want to be super flexible, really considerate of the other person's time or workload?
For polite flexibility, we have no worries if not. This phrase often pops up in emails or messages, especially when asking for something that might be an inconvenience or requires effort. It's a soft way to say, it's okay if you can't, or don't feel pressured.
Like, could you review this today? No worries if not.
Precisely. This phrase is a masterclass in considerate communication. It immediately shows consideration for the other person's constraints or schedule, making your request feel less demanding, more collaborative. It acknowledges their autonomy, avoids undue pressure key for positive working relationships in American culture.
That's so valuable for maintaining good vibes. Okay, and how do you give someone a quick warning, a heads up about something coming?
To give an early warning or some useful prep info, Americans use just a heads up. It's a casual way to alert someone to something that might happen or something they should know about.
Example.
Just a heads up, the manager might ask about yesterday's meeting and the team call, so maybe refresh your memory. It signals foresight, helpfulness, prepares the recipient, allows them to be better informed or ready. It's a proactive gesture, shows you're thinking ahead, looking out for them.
So being proactive and helpful again, what if you don't immediately know an answer to a question, but you want to sound capable and diligent, not just clueless?
Right, instead of a blunt I don't know, which can sometimes sound unhelpful or dismissive, a more professional approach is let me double check.
So is the conference room booked for Thursday?
You could say, I think so, but let me double check that for you. It conveys diligence, a commitment to accuracy, a willingness to find the correct information, even if it's not immediately available. Signals you're reliable rather than just admitting ignorance, builds confidence.
That's a great way to manage expectations and show you're on the ball. And for agreeing to a specific plan or time, what's the simple, effective phrase for saying, yes, that arrangement is fine?
When agreeing to a specific plan that works for me is a solid common choice. It's how people say, that's okay with me, or I agree to that plan.
Can we meet at 11 instead of 10?
Sure, that works for me. Simple, direct agreement. Indicates an acceptable solution without needing more discussion or complicated phrasing. Concise, clearly communicates acceptance.
And finally, a very common, concise way to express gratitude. Appreciate it.
Oh,
It's so short, often without the I.
yes, appreciate it. Very common, casual, quick thank you. People often drop the I. For instance, a colleague helps you out. You say, thanks for your help earlier. They might respond, of course. Or you might say back to them, appreciate it.
Right.
The shortened form implies efficiency while still conveying sincere gratitude. It's a natural, understated way to show thanks, fitting perfectly into that casual efficiency vibe we discussed for the workplace.
So, bringing this section together, what does this all mean for operating effectively in a professional or academic setting in the U.S.? It seems to boil down to understanding a crucial cultural nuance,
Which is?
that tone and approachability often matter more than strict formality. Being too formal in everyday work or school chats can actually sound distant, cold, maybe even a bit stiff. It can create a barrier instead of a connection.
Absolutely. It can feel out of sync.
So phrases like, sounds good, will, just a heads up, they help keep communication open, friendly, and super efficient. They signal you're part of the team, you're capable, approachable, communicating in the prevailing style. Our actionable advice here from the sources is maybe try listening to office scenes in American TV shows, think The Office maybe, or business podcasts. You'll hear these phrases used naturally, in context.
Good idea. Passive listening helps tune your ear.
And don't try to memorize them all at once. Just pick a few that resonate, maybe ones you think you could use, and try slipping them into your own emails or conversations. It's about gradual, confident integration. Okay, now let's go even deeper. Peeling back another layer to reveal the language of raw, authentic emotional reactions. These are fast, informal, and absolutely full of expression.
Yeah, the spontaneous stuff.
These are the immediate gut-level responses that give conversations their flavor, their authenticity, their real connection. If you want to sound natural, confident, mastering these reaction phrases is absolutely key. They're the verbal cues mirroring nonverbal ones, instantly signaling how you feel.
You're right, they add so much color and immediacy. Let's start with a really common one. No way. This single phrase is a chameleon. It can convey surprise, disbelief, excitement. It all depends on your tone and the context.
Okay, give me an example.
All right, someone exclaims, I won the lottery. Your enthusiastic, high-pitched, no way, that's awesome, expresses pure, unadulterated excitement. Right.
Totally.
But if a friend tells you something shocking and negative, like, my landlord just doubled my rent, the same words, no way, but said maybe lower, drawn out, shocked, that conveys genuine dismay or disbelief.
Ah, so tone is everything.
Completely. Its versatility, based purely on inflection, makes it a powerful indicator of a strong immediate reaction. It's like an exclamation of disbelief at the sheer magnitude of what you just heard.
That's a great example. And for similar reactions, shock or disbelief, I often hear, you're kidding. Or the stronger version, you've got to be kidding me.
Yes. These are perfect for conveying that strong sense of shock or incredulity, positive or negative. Imagine your friend, totally defeated, says their flight got canceled again after 3 delays.
Ugh, nightmare scenario.
Your immediate sympathetic reaction, you've got to be kidding me, isn't just disbelief, it's a shared sigh, an instant connection to their frustration. It's like saying, are you serious? That's awful. I feel your pain.
Okay.
Conversely, if someone shares amazing news, like, I got into my dream university, a
Right.
delighted, you're kidding, that's incredible, shows your joyous surprise. It's a spontaneous burst of shared feeling, frustration, or amazement.
So it's a versatile expression of strong feeling. And what about just Seriously, it feels like a very concise way to express either doubt or maybe frustration.
Seriously
Yeah.
is indeed short and powerful, used for disbelief, annoyance, or questioning the truthfulness or appropriateness of something. If someone says he didn't show up to the crucial meeting, didn't even call,
Yeah.
a curt, exasperated, seriously questions the behavior, the credibility of the situation. Its brevity makes it incredibly impactful, cutting straight to the core of your reaction. Signals you find it hard to believe or highly frustrating. A direct challenge or exasperated shock.
That makes perfect sense. And for just general astonishment at something unexpected or wild, I always hear, "That's crazy."
That's crazy. Super common, informal way to express astonishment or incredulity. It can mean surprising, ridiculous, impressive, or simply hard to believe.
So, like, she got the job after only one interview.
Wow, that's crazy. It's a general exclamation for something out of the ordinary, unexpectedly fast, or just unbelievable. Broadly applicable for anything that defies normal expectations, good or bad. A versatile word for anything unexpected or just plain wild.
And when you're in absolute total agreement with someone, there's one word that just nails it.
Exactly.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
Your ultimate word for strong agreement shows complete alignment. Yes, that's completely right. You said exactly what I was thinking.
So if someone says, I think we should stop wasting time on this proposal.
Responding with an emphatic exactly is much stronger than just yes.
Mm.
It shows complete alignment, often indicating a shared frustration or clarity, a powerful affirmation.
Yeah.
We are entirely on the same page. Now, this next one is a classic aha moment phrase for so many learners. Tell me about it. It sounds like you're asking for more details, but I've learned it means the opposite, right?
You've nailed the common misunderstanding. The core info here is crucial. Tell me about it does not mean please explain it to me. Quite the opposite. It means I already know, or I agree completely because I have had the exact same experience.
Okay, so give me an example.
If a friend sighs and says, this week has been so stressful with all these deadlines, your reply, ooh, tell me about it, immediately reveals shared experience and empathy without needing any further explanation.
It's like saying, I get it.
Exactly. I understand your pain, frustration. I've been there too. Fosters instant rapport. It's a beautiful shortcut to shared understanding and commiseration.
That's brilliant. A way to bond over shared struggles. And what about just showing simple understanding when someone explains something?
To politely show understanding, validate someone's reasoning, we use that makes sense. For example, someone explains, I had to cancel the outdoor event because of the sudden thunderstorm warning. Responding with, yeah, that makes sense, or okay, that makes sense conveys both intellectual and empathetic comprehension. Shows you've processed their reasoning, found it logical, accepted their decision. A simple, non-confrontational way to indicate you've grasped their point.
That's a good one for empathetic validation.
Yeah.
And for celebrating someone's personal win or achievement.
Good for you.
Donna.
That's how people enthusiastically show support or praise, especially for a personal win, a positive new habit, or overcoming a challenge. If you hear, I've actually been waking up at 6 a.m. every day to exercise this month,
Wow.
an enthusiastic good for you is a genuine affirmation. Celebrates their achievement or discipline without sounding patronizing. It implies genuine happiness and admiration for their effort and success.
I love that one. It's so positive and uplifting, and sometimes you just have to accept a situation. Resignation.
For those moments of resigned acceptance, we have, it is what it is. This phrase is used when something can't be changed, and you just have to accept the reality, often a less than ideal one.
Like, we lost the deal, but we tried our best.
The market just wasn't right. And the reply might be, yeah, it is what it is. It conveys resignation, acceptance in the face of unchangeable circumstances, often serves as a way to kind of acknowledge the reality and move on from disappointment or something beyond your control. A pragmatic nod to reality.
It's almost a philosophical shrug. Okay, and finally, a hopeful idiom one I often see people actually doing with their hands too.
Ah, and that would be fingers crossed. This common idiom means, I hope it works out, or let's hope for good luck. If someone tells you, I have a huge interview tomorrow for that dream job,
Yeah.
responding with fingers crossed conveys shared hope and positive wishing for their success. It's a universal gesture and idiom communicating encouragement and optimism for a favorable outcome. A quick way to show you're rooting for them.
Got it. And you mentioned some bonus reaction words too, like single sounds.
Right.
Beyond these full phrases, there are also reaction words that are almost visceral, coming from a deep, instinctive gut level. They're raw expressions. These include whoa for shock or amazement,
Okay.
Yikes. For an awkward, uncomfortable, or bad situation, often implying that's a problem or that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Ugh. For disgust, annoyance, or frustration at something unpleasant.
Yeah.
Ouch. Not just physical pain, but for emotional or verbal pain. Like if someone said something hurtful or delivered bad news.
Right.
And the incredibly casual yup and nah for yes and no, these short sounds or single words are incredibly potent, conveying immediate emotional states without needing full sentences.
Mm.
Heard constantly in informal settings, they're the immediate, unfiltered linguistic bursts.
This is where it gets truly unique, though, and it's a critical tone tip from our sources. In American English, how you say these emotional reaction phrases matters hugely, sometimes even more than the words themselves.
Absolutely fundamental. Think about it. No way.
Yeah.
We said it can sound shocked, excited, or even deeply sarcastic, depending entirely on your voice, your inflection, your facial expression if you're face-to-face. So what does this all mean for you, the listener, wanting to sound authentic?
It means mimicking the tone is a fantastic way to train your ear and your voice. It's not just about the words, but the music of the language, the intonation, the stress patterns, the speed, the pauses.
It's crucial for authentic connection.
Totally. If you want to move beyond feeling like you're just translating word for word and really embody the language, practicing tone is absolutely key. It makes you sound natural, truly engaging. The difference between a robot reading a script and a human having a real conversation.
So the actionable advice.
Try watching short clips, American sitcoms, vlogs on YouTube. Focus intently on how people react, not just what they say. Listen to the music. Write down phrases like these and practice saying them with the exact same rhythm and tone.
Record yourself, maybe.
Great idea. Record yourself. Compare it to the original. It's a powerful way to refine your delivery and internalize those unspoken emotional cues.
Okay, wow. We've taken a truly fascinating deep dive into dozens of everyday American phrases, greetings, public spaces, work settings, emotional reactions. We've peeled back the layers, unpacked meanings, usage, cultural insights. So now the big question, what does this all mean for you? How do you actually make these phrases part of your real, spontaneous, confident English? Not just a list in a notebook.
Right, because here's the core truth. Learning a phrase in isolation, just memorizing it, it's simply not enough. You need to feel it, you need to use it, and you need to hear it in context many, many times before it becomes truly natural, truly automatic for you.
Like learning to ride a bike. You could read about it, but...
You got to get on and try. Exactly. Think of these phrases like tools in a builder's toolbox. You can't build anything with a hammer unless you pick it up, feel its weight, try swinging it. Memorizing what a hammer is won't build a house. You have to use the tool.
Makes sense.
So here are 5 powerful, actionable tips drawn straight from our sources to help you integrate what you've learned today into your core English, transforming passive knowledge into active fluency.
Okay, let's hear them. Tip number 1.
First, create real-life practice scenarios. This is incredibly effective. Use your imagination or even write short dialogues based on daily situations you might genuinely encounter.
Like the coffee shop example?
Perfect. Script it out in your head or on paper. Hi, can I get a small latte to go? Barista? Sure thing. Coming right up? You, thanks. Barista? No problem. Have a good one. Just doing this for 5 minutes a day, silently or aloud, builds immense confidence. It rehearses the specific situations, creates those neural pathways for automatic retrieval when the moment actually arrives. You're training your brain for spontaneity.
Okay, practice scenarios. What's tip 2?
Second, and this is a game changer, shadow native speakers. Pick scenes from American TV shows, podcasts, YouTube videos, anything with natural everyday conversation. Listen intently, pause, and then repeat the phrases exactly as they say them.
Mimic everything. Speed, tone, rhythm.
Everything. This isn't just rote memorization. It physically trains your mouth and brain to produce the sounds and cadences naturally, gets your articulators used to the flow, helps you stop translating word for word and start internalizing the sound patterns, like learning music by ear and feel absorbing the musicality.
Okay, shadowing. Got it. Tip number 3.
Third, use these phrases in messages and emails. We communicate so much in writing now, right? This gives you a low-pressure, low-stakes environment to practice. Try writing a short email or message, colleague, friend, even yourself, consciously incorporating phrases like, sounds good, will do, just a heads up, appreciate it.
So it makes your writing sound more natural, too.
Exactly. More modern, casual, native-like. Bridges the gap between spoken and written casual English, connects to that professional context we discussed, makes your communication feel integrated across different mediums.
Nice. Tip 4.
Fourth, talk to yourself. Yes, it might feel a little strange at first, maybe even silly, but it is an incredibly powerful technique for internalizing language. Like narrating your day.
Yeah. Say your plans out loud. Narrate what you're doing. All right, I'm heading to the store now. Probably just looking today, so if they ask, I'm just looking. And no bag, I'm good. The more you articulate these phrases, even alone, the more they become a natural habit, an automatic part of your internal monologue. Builds comfort, confidence, speed prepping you for real-time interactions.
Yeah, okay. Talk to yourself.
And the final tip, number 5.
And finally, fifth tip, which is all about making this manageable. Choose 5 phrases per week. Don't try to memorize everything we covered today all at once. That's just overwhelming, counterproductive.
Right, too much.
Instead, at the end of each week, pick 5 phrases you liked or ones you think you'll actually use. Write them down, say them out loud, practice them, and then make a conscious effort to use them in conversations, even short ones, throughout the following week. Repeat this week after week.
So it's systematic.
It's a manageable, systematic, and surprisingly effective approach. Builds fluency little by little, week by week. Turns a daunting task into achievable mini-goals.
That's the core insight we really want you to take away from this deep dive. Language isn't just about vocabulary lists. It's fundamentally about rhythm, about natural response, and ultimately about building confidence. These phrases we discussed, they're truly the heartbeat of everyday American English. They're the little connections that make conversations flow, convey nuance, signal belonging.
They grease the wheels of interaction.
Exactly. Once you start recognizing them in real life, once you feel them roll off your tongue naturally, you'll feel more deeply connected to the conversations happening around you. You'll feel more confident participating spontaneously. You'll find yourself speaking more fluently.
It's empowering.
So don't wait for some perfect moment. Don't feel like you need to be perfect before you start trying. Practice these phrases today on your own, with a friend, even just in your head as you go about your day. It's not about speaking like someone else. It's about speaking in a way that flows naturally for you and truly connects you with others. Unlocking that next level of communication.
And here's your final phrase for today, a little piece of powerful encouragement from us to you. You've got this. That's what people say in the U.S. when they want to encourage someone. Tell them they believe wholeheartedly in their ability to succeed, to push through a challenge. And it's what I'll say to you right now. You've got this. The journey to native-like communication, it's a marathon, not a sprint. And every single phrase you master, Every natural interaction you successfully navigate is another confident step towards effortless connection and genuine fluency.
Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive into the unique and often hidden language of everyday American English. We really hope you learned something valuable today and that you feel empowered to start integrating these amazing phrases into your daily communication.
Keep practicing.
Keep practicing, stay curious, and we look forward to exploring another unique and interesting topic with you on the next deep dive.